Welcome to another blessed dawn. This is another day that the Lord has made. I hope all is well with you. I hope you're making it a great day. Because no matter what you're going through, just know you're going to get through. No matter what you may be facing, just know ain't no trading places. See, you can't stop the haters from hating. But what you can do, keep moving forward. See, hold on a second, y'all. Everything you go through, it happens for a reason. See what I'm saying? You gotta keep the faith. You gotta keep the faith and you gotta trust the process and you gotta understand what it is that you're going through. See what I'm saying? See, God will never leave you or forsake you in your time of need, but times does get hard. But that's just the old devil trying to tear you apart. So you can't let it happen. You can't let evil get the best of you. And the people around you that's being negative, you can't let that get the best of you. You got to continue to walk by faith and not by sight. Stop looking at what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at what it looked like because you are divine. You have angels watching over you and protecting you. So don't worry about what it is that you're going through. Keep moving forward. Keep your eyes focused on the Most High. See, love kills a multitude of sin, and when you hear the devil knocking, you can't let him in, because you was born to win. You see what I'm saying? It ain't easy being who you are. It ain't easy walking on that narrow path of righteousness. You will be afflicted. You will be persecuted. You will be backstabbed. You will be talked about. You will have people to switch up on you out of nowhere. And that's because you're doing something right. So, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you are still holding on, the fact that you are still moving on, you know how to forgive, let go, and let God. You know how to turn the other cheek. You know how to be the bigger person. But let me tell you something. It don't stop there. Because as long as you're walking with the Most High, you're going to keep growing. You're going to keep rising. You're going to keep elevating. You're going to keep going from level to level. And every time you feel as if you don't have what it takes, God always going to lift up that standard, and he's going to give you that second wind. He's going to give you that strength. He's going to give you that peace. He's going to give you that moment to where people are mind blown because they can't keep up with you. They thought they had you figured out. They thought they knew who you were. But see, you on God's time. And if he did it before, he'll do it again. So don't worry about what it looked like. Don't worry about the negativity. Don't worry about the people that's down in you and coming up against you, or it just seems like they not supporting your plan. Let me tell you something. Long as you got God on your mind, everything is already aligned and you is already a part of the divine. So all you have to do is keep walking. All you have to do is keep moving. All you have to do is to continue to trust the process. You see what I'm saying? Now you can't fault people, you know what I'm saying, when they being negative towards you. You see what I'm saying? They negative towards you and all you doing is the will of God. All you doing is minding your business. All you doing is doing what you do best. But see, you can't win for losing, because the wicked is always gonna envy the righteous. You see what I'm saying? But see, the wicked don't want to go through what you had to go through to get what you got. You see what I'm saying? But people always want to turn their nose up at you, and they start to feel obligated like they supposed to have what you have, but they don't want to go through what you had to go through to get what you got. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a tug and war. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna have evil to fight with you. You always gonna have that evil to come up against you. But you gotta know, though you walk through the valley of the shadows of death, fear no evil. See, when you are the light of the world and you let your light shine, you already know you're gonna attract demons. You already know you're gonna attract the darkness. But that's okay. Stay focused. Continue to focus on what's important. Don't be going out here chasing money. Don't be going out here chasing people. Recognize and realize what's important. What's important is that you do what it is that God put you here to do. See, no matter what you go through, you always gonna come back and find yourself because you know yourself. You know who God is. Now, you might get lost by trying to help people. You might get lost by trying to love people. You might get lost by trying to chase after people. But I'm going to tell you something. No matter what it look like, no matter what the situation may appear to be, you hold on to your faith, understand yesterday is history. You see what I'm saying? So they might be feeling some type of way. They may be, they may be pressured by your presence. They may feel like, you may feel like people just coming around you to do the will of Satan, and that's okay. But see, don't you be afraid. You keep on feeling the attack. You keep on taking the words and turds and the mean mugs and the cold stirs, and you keep taking it and using it to your advantage. Because one thing about it, if you just stand there long enough, if you resist the devil long enough, if you ignore the enemy long enough, he will surely flee. You see what I'm saying? Because he won't be able to hang. He won't be able to stay in the light like you stand in the light. See, the more you serve God, the more you make up your mind that you're going to do the will of God, the more devils you will attract, but the more devils will fall back. Because, you see what I'm saying? You doing what it is that you got to do. You see what I'm saying? You just trying to mind your business, and you trying to help people. You see what I'm saying? You trying to give people a better way of living, a better understanding. But see, not everybody wants to comprehend when they in the presence of someone great, when they in the presence of someone that can be a blessing to them. Not everybody want to comprehend that. So what began to happen is people begin to make you common. People want to dumb you down. People want to play on your vision. People want to ignore the fact that you are radiating full of light. You see what I'm saying? Because God put that light on you so you can shine in front of the world, so God can get the glory. But see, the wicked always gonna envy the righteous. So that's something I want us to keep in mind. The wicked will always envy the righteous. So when you just being righteous just because that's your God-given right, just because you know what God done for you, and you begin to have people to envy you, ain't no need for you backing down. Ain't no need for you turning back. Ain't no need for you looking the other way and trying to avoid conflict. See, it's time for you to show people that just because I'm a Christian, just because I got peace, just because I got joy, just because I can be the bigger person, doesn't mean that I let you treat me in a kind of way. Doesn't mean that I let you talk to me in a kind of way. Doesn't mean that you continue to disrespect me in a type of way. But then now, when we set the record straight, they get all in their feelings, and now they getting all sour like you did something to them. The only thing you did was lift up a standard. The only thing you did was laid it on the altar at the feet of Jesus. You see what I'm saying? And now they don't know how to take it. And now they don't know how to make it around you, because now they feeling heavy, or now they got to keep their distance. They don't know what to do. But see, you gave them warning. You warned them. You forgave them. You gave them chance after chance. But let me tell you something. Sometimes that ain't good enough, because they don't believe in who God has called you to be. But see, when the world turn their back on you, and when people stop believing in you, don't you stop believing in yourself. You keep on speaking the word of God. You keep on loving people. You keep leading by example. I don't care what title they have. I don't care what position they hold. If they are not showing respect, if they are not aligning with the will of the Father, and it's not the fact that you're going around looking for people that's out of line, but at the same time, if they coming to you unorganized, discombobulated, and they trying to dump their problems on you, It's time for you to set the record straight, and it's time for you to let it be known that you is not the one. You see what I'm saying? And some people, when you got that good heart, you got pure intentions, and you just want to help people, you ain't all about money. You ain't trying to charge people. You really trying to help people. You see what I'm saying? But some people, you know what I'm saying, it will push you to a point to where you be like, you know what? I'm a charge this person because they not respecting my time. They getting this too freely, or they got access to me too easily. So they feeling like, you know what? They ain't got to show no respect. They ain't got to humble themselves or watch how they talk, or they ain't got to respect me. But I'm going to tell you something. Everything is happening according to the will of God. See, every mistake, every letdown, every person that ever doubted you or betrayed you or left you out to dry, that didn't extend a hand to you, that wasn't a friend to you, that didn't give you the same love that you gave, that was according to plan to make you the person that you are today. If there's no pain, then there's no gain. So you still got to let your light shine, although you in the midst of haters. Come on now. I need y'all to hear me now. You still got to let your light shine, although you in the midst of those that envy you. Come on now. I need y'all to hear me now. You still got to let your light shine, even though you're walking through the valley of the shadows of death, and you got people looking at you all upside your head like you supposed to be scared. You see what I'm saying? I need y'all to hear me now, because although you are being disrespected, neglected, and avoided, your father still needs you to let your light shine now. Now, see, you can't forget where you come from, because you got to understand where you come from so you can know where you're going. You see what I'm saying? See, you come from heaven. You come from above. You didn't come from this world. So every time you look for validation within this world, every time you look for people to validate you or elevate you or acknowledge you, you are forgetting where you coming from, because they are not going to give you something that they didn't give themselves. See, we got to give credit to what credit is due. And that comes from the Heavenly Father, the one that put that light on you now. Understand what I'm saying now? Because every time you fall down and you get back up again, you do make hell nervous. You do make people intimidated. They are feeling some type of way. Make no mistake about that, because you are divine and you are aligned with your purpose. Now, you might stumble, you might get weary at well doing, but understand it ain't nothing wrong with doing. You see what I'm saying? See, it become a problem when you start to stay stuck. Greater is he that is within than he in the world. See, it come a problem when you start to stay down, when you start to pity yourself, when you start to believe the masses around you that's doubting you and making you feel like you're not in it good because you're not getting acknowledged. You see what I'm saying? See, you got to understand what God put in you. You got to understand how God has molded you, how God has placed your feet on solid ground. So that means when he placed your feet on solid ground, yeah, you might stumble. Yeah, you might get weary. Yeah, you might have haters. You might have people to doubt you. You may have people to try to make matters hard for you. But guess what? Your feet has already been planted. No matter what devil get in your way, no matter what a hater got to say, your feet has already been planted. So guess what? You about to sprout up at any time now. You are growing up any time that God say it's time. So can't no devil stop your shine unless you allow it. Understand what I'm saying now? You see what I'm saying? So people see your good works. But see, to God get the glory. That's it. Bound up like wings as eagles. But see, God get the glory. You see what I'm saying? God gets the glory for your works that you do. See, people see your light, but they can't give you credit or validation, because God wants the credit. God wants the validation. So yeah, it hurts. Yeah, you may feel like you're being ignored, you're being avoided. But I want you to understand something. You making your father proud because you're not doing it for clout. You're not doing it for acknowledgement. You're not doing it for people to see that you're walking with God. You're doing it because that's who he made you to be. You see what I'm saying? So the more you suffer for righteousness, the more you walk down that narrow path, the more you speak life, the more you turn the other cheek, the more you do not throw stone from stone, the more your Father's gonna smile on you, and he will blow on your situation. And that's why they won't be able to place that grave that they trying to place on you, because your feet has already been planted. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't allow the enemy to get you to anger. You can't allow the enemy to get you to doubt and not trust the process. You got to understand that God is the reason for the season. Now, let me tell you something. See, people always like to say the name is Jesus, or the name is Joshua, or the name is the Hamashiach, or the name is Manuel, or the name is, many names. But I'm going to tell you something. You got different names. See, you got a name. You got a name that your mama call you. You got a name that your sister call you, your brother call you, your people on the job call you. You got a name that God call you. You got a name that God call you that hasn't been defined in your own vocabulary. So when people come to you and say, "What's his name?" it doesn't matter. Long as you worshiping him in spirit and in truth. Now, I'm going to stick with the name Jesus Christ. Now, long as we can touch and agree, as long as we can love one another, I'm not trying to harm you. I'm not trying to take from you. I'm not trying to stab you in the back. Hey, it's okay if you call him Yahshua or the Hamashiach or it's okay. But at the same time, don't let that separate you as an individual to fall out with the to fall out with somebody, or that's drawing a line of separation. But see, one thing about it, you are who you are, and you don't need to change for anybody that don't agree with your walk, don't agree with your purpose. See, God knew what he was doing when he created you. So do not allow, that's right, don't make it a stumbling block. Thank you, Chaplain. Don't, you know what I'm saying? God knew what he was doing when he created you. You see what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that you need to dumb down or you need to place yourself in a box because you're getting too big. You're getting too heavy. People can't keep up with you. See, that's their fault for trying to go up against you. See, they should have treated you right. They should have dealt with you right. They should have took their time with you like you was taking your time with you. You see what I'm saying? See, that's one thing about it. Don't fall out of love with yourself because it took you a long time to get back to falling in love with you. Don't let nobody come sweep you off your feet because they look good or they smell good or they feeling good for the moment. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about no feeling. It's about spirit and in truth. See, we gonna rock with God until the wheels fall off. We gonna rock with God on 4 flats on a Cadillac. Understand what I'm saying now. And keep on telling the devil get back because they can't take you. You getting too big. See, don't let people judge you and character assassinate you. One thing about it, when you know you don't have a point to prove, when you know that the enemy is using people to gossip about you, spread rumors about you, and you just sit back and you let go and let God, one thing about it, you're going to see them enemies begin to fall. You're going to see them begin to stumble. You're going to see that their necks is stiff. And it seems like they choking because they can't approach you. See, they're going to have to put some respect on your name. They're going to have to respect who you are. Because you ain't playing when it come to Jesus Christ. When it come to the Most High. You ain't playing about that. So they're going to have to respect it. That's why them demons begin to tremble. That's why they begin to fall back. That's why they don't want to get close to you. They don't want to get to know you because you real with it. You see what I'm saying? You real with it. It ain't about how you feel with it, because even if it hurt, you still gonna love. Even if it hurt, you still gonna speak out. You still gonna give people the benefit of the doubt. But guess what? It's time to let people know, just because I'm humble, just because I love Jesus, just because I'm doing the right thing, that don't mean you are going to put witchcraft on me. That don't mean you gonna manipulate me. That don't mean you're gonna continue to play with my mind and play with my thoughts like I just supposed to give it to you freely. See, they don't have to put some respect on your name now. You see what I'm saying? Because it's coming a time where it's time out for that foolishness. You see what I'm saying? See, that's why we never envy the wicked. That's why we never get jealous of what someone else have, because they don't understand what it took you to get to where you are. See, people think you got a bone to pick. People think you trying to outshine somebody, but the whole time you just letting your light shine for the Most High. You see what I'm saying? It ain't nothing they can do with you, so they might as well stop trying. But I'm gonna tell you something. Don't you let your anger get the best of you. Understand that you came a long way, and for you to have haters, I said for you to have haters, you gotta be doing something right. So keep on shining, keep on smiling. Let go of what happened yesterday. Let go of what happened today, because tomorrow is a brand new day, and God is going to bless whatever you put your hand on. It's time for us to stop focusing on what's not working. We got to stop looking at the end of the road and stop looking at where we are now, and we got to start speaking life into our situation. We got to start seeing ourselves how God sees us. Understand what I'm saying now? Because people are gonna envy you because they can't do it like you. See, that's why I always say it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when you do it. It's a problem when you do it because you're not from this world. And the more that you show up and show out, the more people find out that they had you wrong. The more people find out that you was in a whole different state of mind when they was dealing with you. But see, you know what they say, how that saying go, if you just would have left that sleeping giant alone, then it would have been left alone, but you had to poke the bear. You see what I'm saying? And now when the bear stand up, or now when you stand up for yourself, now it's a problem. Oh, now you the bad guy. Now they feeling some type of way. Oh, now we can't manipulate you no more. We can't use you no more. So guess what? We don't want you around. But let me tell you something. Your feet has been planted on solid ground, and can't nobody move you unless God say it's time. So stop looking at the storm as if somebody's about to kill you, or as if you about to get taken out. You got to understand, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You got to understand, you blessed going in and you blessed coming out. You not that little child no more. You not little dad or little mama no more. You big status now. You see what I'm saying? You got the angels with you. You got wings that's manifesting, but you can't see them. You see what I'm saying? You got the you know what I'm saying? You protected. They can't stop you. They can't touch you. They can't keep you down. You see what I'm saying? Every time they come and try to suppress you, every time they come and try to harass you, you see what I'm saying? They thinking that they hurting you, but really they encouraging you. Really, they are strengthening you. But see, let's give all glory and all praise to the Most High for allowing those devils to come and take us through those tests, to take us through the fire, and we still come out clean. We still come out unharmed. All those devils that say what they gonna do to you, all those devils that didn't believe in you, they down at you, they lied on you, they gossip about you, they spread rumors about you, they told this person that about you, they kept this person from connecting with you, they kept that person from helping you. Look at them now. Look at you now. Yeah, you might not be where you want to be, but your soul ain't where you used to be. You see what I'm saying? And so don't run your haters away. You see what I'm saying? Because God's still preparing that table. You see what I'm saying? God's still preparing that table. So now you tell all them haters, get on back over here. Come watch me. Come look at me now. Look at what you did to me, or look at what you wanted to happen for me, but look at how God making it happen for me. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to realize, y'all. Can't no devil stop your flow. Can't no devil stop what you got going. It's a system that's designed to go against you because you've been chosen by God. But see, if you was gonna die, or if you was gonna be defeated, or if you was so worried about money, it was about God. But see, if you was gonna die, or if you was gonna be defeated, or if you was so worried about money, God would have gave it to you by now. You see what I'm saying? God would have overfilled your cup. God would have gave you more than enough. But see, it ain't about the money. It ain't about the car. It ain't about the fame. It ain't about the name. It ain't about getting up every day, going every day, and people are seeing you and they not seeing you. It's about you being a witness to God. Because believe it or not, every day you get up, every day you put your feet down, you are being a witness to God. You are bringing glory to God. Because when people don't give you credit, when people want to rain on your parade, or they want to make it seem like you ain't all that, or you ain't got it going on like you trying to make it seem to be, that should let you know that God is getting the glory. Because you never told anybody that you feel like you better than them, or you never said things like that. But all of a sudden, they say it out their mouth. Is they lying? No, they not lying, because you are all that in a bag of chips. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with thinking that you all that. What's up, fancy face? Ain't nothing wrong with thinking that you all that. And I see y'all coming, y'all, but I got to get this message out. Trust what I'm saying now. Ain't nothing wrong with you thinking that you all that in a bag of chips. Because if the world ain't going to tell you, then you better tell yourself. You see what I'm saying? And if they can't uplift you, they sure can't tear you down. If you can't speak life into me, you sure ain't going to speak me down. So watch what you say when you say it to me, because life and death lie in the power of the tongue, and I'm going somewhere. I'm not thinking in the now. You're not going to hold me to right now. Trust what I'm saying now, because people think they know you because of you ain't trying to dress up, and you're not trying to be all holier than thou. You ain't got to rock a suit. You ain't got to go get a fancy car or something to stand out. Your spirit just standing out all by itself, all by itself. And yeah, all by himself, because the Spirit of God is in you, and the Spirit of God is alive and well in you. So continue to step up, continue to do the will of the Father, continue to love yourself. You don't start getting desperate talking about you need a relationship or you need somebody to love you. I've been waiting so long, Lord. Oh, Lord, when you gonna show up for me, Lord? Do it for me right now, Lord. Do it for me right. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, you may be alone, but you're not lonely. Don't let the devil play with your mind like you need to be with somebody. You see what I'm saying? People waste time on that. That man or woman would never show up. Come on now. Don't you begin to feel desperate like you need something. Don't you know you the life of the party? Don't you know that the people that's down in you, they need you to show up? I've been telling people this since my 20s. Don't stop. Keep telling them. Keep speaking life. You see what I'm saying? Don't you know you the life of the party? Don't you know people hate on you, but at the same time, they are waiting for you? Because you are motivating them. You are giving God the glory. Thank you for that. You are influencing the masses around you. That's why you taking a bigger hit. Oh my God. Come on, let's bring Jesus Christ in the forefront. Let's reminisce when Jesus Christ died for the sins of the world. You see how hard that was. You see how tough that was. You see how much he had to continue to get up because he loved the people. Because, you know what I'm saying? You know, he saw the mission. So what do you think you going through? Why do you think you being afflicted? Because you carrying your cross and you are original and you're a trendsetter. See, you got to begin to see yourself as a creator. See, God is a creator of creators. You see what I'm saying? But see, he made us in his image and after his likeness. So we are here to create. So it's nothing wrong with you giving yourself the props to say that you are a creator. You see what I'm saying? Take a pencil and a piece of paper and just start scrapping. You see what I'm saying? Before you know it, you're going to been able to create something. So continue to create your thoughts. Continue to look up things and increase your technology. You see what I'm saying? Life and death lie in the power of the tongue. Stop saying that you broke. That's right. We speak life. Stop saying you don't have it. Stop saying I'm tired. Stop saying I don't like this job. Do something about it. Plan ahead. You see what I'm saying? Stop letting people disrespect you by neglecting you as if you're supposed to continue to pour in. It's okay to pull back. It's okay to start over and do something different when you know you're not getting what you deserve. Give credit to what credit due. But see, now we live in a world where people rather hate you than congratulate you. You see what I'm saying? People want to pull you down rather than to lift you up. That's right. We have the keys. People want to, instead of giving you props, they just want to leave you high and dry. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no respect no more. Ain't no dignity no more. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no common courtesy to just say, hey, how you doing? All right, you have a good day. It's too much confusion nowadays. It's too much animosity. It's too much drama. People ain't got nothing better to do with themselves but to start something. And now they see your light and they see that you rising above all the negativity that they throwing your way. Now they want to gang up on you. Huh? What you think Jesus did? You think Jesus complained? You think Jesus complained and started boo-hooing and crying? Yeah, he cried. But guess what? He didn't stop. He said, Lord, why have you forsaken me? But he didn't stop. He said, Lord, it seems like I'm doing your will and I'm speaking to these people, but they don't hear the words that are coming out my mouth, Lord. Lord, you have built me this way. You gave me this to give to these people, Lord. So why isn't it that they are receiving what it is that you are telling me? Because they're in a stupid place. I mean, they're in a sinking place. They don't want to hear. They can't understand because they not right with God. And it ain't the fact that we saying they ain't right with God, but they can't hear you. They can't receive you because they not receiving him. So when people deny you, the people that come up against you, and you know you are there to help them, you know you are there to uplift them, and you are there to show them a better way of living. You there to be a blessing to them on the way that they thinking, the decisions that they have made. And when they deny you, understand that they not denying you. They denying your heavenly Father. Understand that because you already been bought. The blood is alive and well. Love is not a color. Understand what I'm saying now? Love is not a color. So don't let people judge you or size you up because you don't look like what you've been through. That's a good thing. You should give yourself a pat on the back and you should give yourself a round of applause because you ain't going to look like what you go through when you're dealing with God, when you're walking with the Father. You ain't got no point to prove, but you got everything to lose because that devil wants you to act out of anger. See, that devil want to belittle you and the devil want to humble you to get you to take 10 steps back. But see, that's why you're going to lift up a standard. I said, you're going to lift up a standard and you're going to remember where you came from. You're going to remember who you are and where you're going. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I see y'all coming, y'all, but I got to get this out. And see, that's why we have to go back to our bread. God said it in the word, men can't live by bread alone. But every word that exceeds from the word of God. You can't keep stuff in your face and let me tell you something. This is the icebreaker. The reason why you feeling so empty and you're feeling so drained and you're feeling like you're not on fire anymore for the Lord, it's because you're giving too much out and you're not investing enough. Ooh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. You gotta invest in your own spirit. See, you're not so holier than thou to where you don't need God. See, God is the one that's going to continue to fulfill your lampstand. But see, when you run out into the world and you think that you can continue to pour into people that's draining you. What? Hold on. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Remember? So what you think you fighting? Huh? You think you fighting people? You think you fighting places? You think you fighting things? No, you fighting the devil. You fighting evil. You fighting wickedness, and you are fighting demonic forces. So you got to understand, if you don't get that word in you, you not you not edifying your soul. You're not edifying your spirit. See, life and death lie in the power of the tongue. The word is God, the God is word. Faith come by hearing, hearing come by the word of God. So the more you get the word of God in you, the more you can see why the enemy is attacking you, and the more you can stand firm, and the more you can pull out that sword and you slice them devil necks, the more they're gonna fall back. See, you ain't defined by what happened yesterday. You ain't defined by how many enemies that dug your grave and they thought you was gonna fall in it. You're not defined about how many people thought you was gonna jump over the edge, how many people thought you was gonna jump over the bridge. See, you defined by one moment. And that is right now, one decision, by telling God yes, telling God thank you, having that gratitude to recognize that if it wasn't for the Lord, you wouldn't be where you at today. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people just want to sit back and stalk you, sit back and watch you, make you feel phony, make you feel weak, make you feel like you're not empowered. But you got to understand, don't look with these eyes, look with your spiritual eyes, walk by faith and not by sight. Stop worrying about what it looked like. Stop giving these devils the ups on you because it seems like you outnumbered. Stop telling yourself you're lonely. Stop telling yourself nobody want to be your friend. Stop telling yourself that you will never have love. You're not defined by what people done to you, how people treated you. Don't you know you blessed and highly favored? Don't you know you are blessed and highly favored? That's why every obstacle, every trial, you always overcome. That's why God tell you he ain't gonna put no more on you than you're not able to bear. You see what I'm saying? When you didn't know how he was going to work it out, he always turned it around. When you didn't know how that situation was going to end, he always gave you a new beginning. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what tomorrow brings. But one thing you do know, God got it. You see what I'm saying? When mama and dad and sister and brother, auntie, cousin, nephew, when they walk out on you, God ain't going to never leave you. And guess what? This ain't to hold grudges or reminisce about, oh, who hurt me? Oh, who let me down? Who wasn't there for me? No, we got to give credit to what credit's due. And if God been pouring into you, if God been showing up for you, it's time for you to show up for God. See, you keep on thinking that you waiting on God, but God waiting on you. God waiting on you to invest in yourself. You sitting around here investing in everybody else. You sitting around here speaking life into everybody else. You sitting around here want to help everybody else, but then you get to crying out to God when you're wondering why you are drying up. You know why you're drying up? You know why you're drying up? Because you're giving too much out. You got to go back to your word. You got to go back to fasting. You got to go back to praying. You got to go back to getting on your knees because you're not weak. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something. See, the devil been fighting you so hard to keep you from reading that word because he know when you read that word, oh my God, you do become like Christ. You see what I'm saying? Everything you touch will turn into gold because you'll start seeing in a whole different realm. You'll start seeing the enemy as clear as day, and he won't be able to stop you. You see what I'm saying? He won't be able to bound you. He won't be able to bruise your head and have you all in distress because now you got the words. You got the word in you. You see what I'm saying? And now you got the word in you. The word is becoming you. The word is becoming flesh, and now you are being made whole, and now you are able to cast out those demons. They can't touch you. Yeah, they thought they was mad at you. They thought they wanted to do something to you, but guess what? You one thought. You one decision away from making a change. Don't be judging yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. But you got to remember, when you forgive others, God will forgive you. But if you don't forgive that person, I don't care if they were having a bad day. God gave you the discernment to know they was having a bad day. But you kept on walking up on them. You kept on waiting for them to retaliate towards you so you can run off at the mouth. But let me tell you something. God still got it. So when you can forgive them, God gonna forgive you. And when you can forgive them, God gonna heal you. God gonna put you right on through. So I'm gonna tell you something. God is the one that give you your promotion. God is the one that give you your elevation. God is the one that give you your finances. God is the one that bring people in your life and remove people out your life. God is the one that give you everything that you have today. He gave you your children. He gave you your family. Before he formed you in your mother's womb, he knew you. You see what I'm saying? He knew you. You say, I've been waiting for so long for him to heal me. Won't he do it? He said he would. Fight your battles for you. They gonna wonder how you sleep at night. You see what I'm saying? See, they keep on thinking that you by yourself, but they don't understand you've been walking with God since you can remember. So they're gonna have to come a little bit better than the way they coming at you, thinking that they gonna defeat you only because you ain't fighting in a style that they used to. That's because you too humble.